Stop number 4 of this 7-game road trip sees the Oilers take on the Buffalo Sabres on this Monday night. What a way to start the week, and it gets even better with Cam Moon from 880 CHED as it's the Oilers versus the Sabres in game number 21 for Edmonton. Now, Leon Draisaitl's game-winning marker against Carolina was his 73rd game-winning goal of his career. That is tops in Oilers franchise history. Now, coming off that victory, that gave him a 9-7-4 record, Cam, through 20 games. What's been your assessment of the Oilers through the quarter mark of the season?
Well, it's been some up and down. We expected them to probably be a little bit higher in the standings at this point, and I know traditionally there's been slow starts, and this one I think would qualify as that. But there have been some highlights. You think of some great games. A game against the Utah Mammoth. I thought the way they played against Carolina was outstanding in that one. The win against Vancouver at home, where you're like, wow, these guys look incredible. And there's been the low lights. Of course, the Colorado game, the lowest of the lights. Yeah. So it's been, to me, a little bit inconsistent. And you hope at some point that some consistency comes into their game. Yeah. And maybe it started with the way they played against Carolina, which I thought was really good. And now you got to string a few together. It hasn't helped that they've played as many road games as they have to this point. Not an excuse, just a fact. It's tougher to win on the road than at home. Of course, at some point, as we know, especially in the next month of December, there's a lot of home games. So you certainly have to make some hay at that time. But overall, I'd say it's been a bit inconsistent.
Well, Connor McDavid at the start of the season, Cam, he talked about how he wanted to shoot the puck a little bit more. Even he said it was a little bit of a slower start in terms of the goal department, but he's got 6 goals in his last 6 games, 11 points during that span. Are we starting to see number 97 shoot the puck more, and that generating more offense and more opportunity, not only for his line mates, for the rest of his hockey club?
Oh, yeah, he's heating up. Oh, yeah, clearly. I think he is heating up. And getting Zach Hyman back is going to help. And I know he just had the 1 game back, and it's tough to get up to game speed right away. You don't have a training camp. You don't have preseason. But Zach looked pretty darn good, I thought, in his first game. It will help when Ryan Nugent-Hopkins comes back into the lineup from injury. Add another guy to your top 6. I think the emergence of Matt Savoy has helped quite a bit. We've seen him raise his level and has shown that he can play in a top 6 role and be really good at it. And now you see this, the game of Connor McDavid rounding into form where, you've come to know and expect. And yeah, he's playing really well. That's great news for Oiler fans. Leon Draisaitl, same thing. That's great news for Oiler fans. With the amount of new forwards in the lineup for this season from last season, there's going to be an adjustment. Also, the coaching staff, through the course of the games, you figure out where everybody, where they're best suited to play, what their strengths are, and how can you put that together and maximize those strengths. I think we're starting to see that too.
Well, you talk about Connor McDavid rounding into form. How about Stuart Skinner? 3 straight overtime victories for number 74. 7 wins on the season. What are you seeing from Stuart Skinner right now that he's in his groove, now that he's stopping a little bit more pucks and picking up their wins? Are you seeing anything different between the pipes?
His game has got more quiet. And what I mean by that is we're not seeing him having to make desperation saves. Yeah. And sometimes desperation saves are just because there's been a breakdown defensively. Sometimes it's because the goalie was a little out of position. And as a result, you have to make a desperation save. He hasn't had to make as many. And again, it's both things. I think he's been in better position, and I think the team defensively has played a little bit better. So as a result, he hasn't had to do those. And we had him on our post-game show last game, right after on 880 CHED, and he was like, I just need to make key saves at key times. It's exactly what he's doing. And when you have your goaltender doing that, and whatever the numbers are, with the save percentage, goals against, whatever those are, as long as you're making key saves at key times, you're going to give your team an opportunity to win. Very Grant Fuhr-like of days gone by in Edmonton Oilers history, and I think he's doing exactly that.
Well, the most important penalty killer is often your goaltender, but it's the penalty kill of the Buffalo Sabres that is really headlining their team right now. 89.5%, that is tops in the National Hockey League. And how about Ryan McLeod scoring a shorty a couple of nights ago? It's going to be fun seeing number 71 taking on his former club here today. What is the challenge going up against a team like the Buffalo Sabres?
Well, they're coming off a big win. They were down 4-1 to Detroit and battle back and win that game. They're going to have a little bit of momentum, and that ended a skid for them. So they're trying to turn things around. For the Oilers, they're going to continue to do what they were doing against Carolina, and because it doesn't matter who you play in the NHL. Everybody's good. Everybody can beat you on any night if you don't bring your best. And Buffalo's coming off that again. It was a pretty big comeback for them. Their top end talent. I mean, Tage Thompson is a bona fide goal scorer.
He is a threat.
Yes. I mean, Rasmus Dahlin has come back into their lineup. He is the leader of this team, but so good on the back end. And you put that together with an Owen Power and a Bowen Byram. And I look at their back end as they can add offensively, but when they're at their best, they're going to be tough, and you need to generate your chances. You'll need to earn those. So I understand why their PK has been good because of that. And, your goalie makes some key saves, of course. So I think it's going to be a challenge. The Oilers need to be ready for this one. I know that Buffalo lower in the standings, that you got to throw that right out the window, because this is a team that, as Detroit found out, they can bite you.
Yeah, also great to see that Rasmus Dahlin and his wife are doing okay with everything given what happened with his wife. So the Buffalo captain is back in the lineup. The Sabres have one win away from KeyBank Center this season. They have 5 at home, but the Oilers, they hope to keep it at 5 with victory number 10 here on this Monday night.